Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of this 7-part series that I mentioned earlier. We're doing with the fellows from the Legatum Center of Entrepreneurship, MIT. And of course, we're getting to talk to a lot of entrepreneurs from across Africa. They're really quite interesting for them. Of course, I'm excited to talk to another fellow as well. So we'll just start by introducing yourself, tell us what you do and the product you're building. I want to hear that.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here in Kenya and also sharing this moment with you. Thank you. My name is Dupe Killa-Kafidipe. I am the founder of Platinum Fisheries, and my solution is to innovatively disrupt the space of food security and food systems by producing seafood at scale and also doing so responsibly.
Right. Actually, food security is such a very serious issue in Africa right now. We have seen a lot of, a lot of hunger because just food security and the space you are in. Just talk about, why food security for you?
The problem of food poverty is honestly the problem of every developmental milestone of African people. I feel personally that if we solve food problem, food security issues, this would be a huge trigger to the scale of development we're looking for, because food has consequences for economics, for social development, even political, not to talk of the sustainable aspect of engaging the food sector. So I feel that it's a worthy cause to focus on and to get a whole lot of people involved in. The numbers are huge. The dependence on help with food is a little bit embarrassing for all of the time that we've existed as a people. So we just need to disrupt it innovatively and then give something to the next generation, a lesser burden for them in the aspect of food, at least.
Exactly. The saddest thing I always see is when you see, for example, here in Kenya, for example, let me give an example. When we have countries like, for example, Ukraine send food here, when there's hunger, you see a lot of other countries send, it's embarrassing, as you said, and from where you're sitting, especially in Nigeria, and from what you're building as well, why is it so important?
When you look at the population of Nigeria, in a linear thinking, honestly, that should have been one of the primary problems we've resolved. Just looking at the number. When we look at the consequence for the environment, because the higher the scarcity of food, the more aggressive they lean on the community, on the environment, on the planet. The more irresponsible the search for food would be. And so I think just to be able to reflect and to focus on this is something that we all must do. Like you said, just looking at Nigeria and all of the blessings we've had with natural resources, human resources, I think we don't have an excuse to not solve this problem definitively and also lead in helping the rest of the world to holistically and creatively look to solving this problem.
But I still feel we don't really appreciate these, resources, and we have enough. It's one of the things I always feel like, really, as Africa, for example, we don't really appreciate enough the resources we have, the manpower we have. So how do we even just now take advantage of that and now build products or build services that the ones you're building, for example? And would you say that's one of the reasons why you joined the MIT Fellowship Program?
Thank you so much. We've turned the problem upside down, inside out. We've done the same things again and again. It's time perhaps we query some of the assumptions we've had in the past, insular problem solving, and maybe lean across borders, if you like, the boundaries, some of it even mental boundaries, and figure out what other stakeholders in different ecosystems are getting right, the use of data, the use of now a whole lot of gains in the AI space, and partnering and collaborating cross-sector to solve problems. So what I said at the beginning, I am at a point where I'm trying to figure out how to efficiently, if you know, what I mean is how to really handshake different sectors, different stakeholders, cross-country to solve this problem. I don't have to reinvent the wheel on research and development, for instance, because I lose so much time in that. And losing time means a bit more, I guess, suffering in the space I'm looking at. So the reason why I am at the MIT Foundry is to fine-tune, as a foundry would, my focus, my vision, and find more innovative, creative way to accelerate the solution. Because the need is really urgent.
Yes, the need is urgent. And you're in a rugby category, of course, the MIT Foundry. What do you say are some of the key takeaways from the places you've visited? I know you've gone so many places, you've said the hubs, and just trying to study the innovation ecosystem in Africa, in Kenya actually. What would you say are some of the key takeaways or some of the lessons you've learned?
One thing I don't know if is the most important thing, is the resilience that I have observed in the amazing solution providers in different ecosystems in Kenya, all the way from fintech solutions or even the aerospace agency, or even with sectors who acknowledge their challenges. What I've found is a tenacious resilience and focus on accepting the different dimensions to the problems they're solving, and also quietly building on that without pausing, taking a breath. And I'm very respectful and appreciative of the young energy I see in Kenya.
Really vibrant.
They're young, they're vibrant, they're focused, and to an extent selfless. This is important because the world is quite distractive. So that selflessness builds that resilience. That resilience is fine-tuning their purpose. And we've seen this all around. So that is inspiring me to become strong and stronger in my purpose and vision for my sector, and also welcomes me in a way to join hands. I can see a whole lot of work going on that I can be part of in the Kenyan ecosystem. So this has been amazing, and I'm taking a lot away from it.
Thank you so much. I love what you said about, acknowledging the challenges that we face. Because I think before someone actually starts building a product, what you're building, you have to acknowledge that's really a challenge that needs to be addressed. So I really love that bit. And of course, we look forward to seeing, what the outcome is. And of course, the lessons you've picked to Kenya. And of course, just look, I run a tech media startup myself, so I understand some of the challenges you're talking about. So of course, I look forward to just following up and seeing what you're building and, just learning more about you. So thank you so much for joining us for this short episode.
For having me.
Any closing remarks?
Look, this is our time. Africa, this is our time. It's a good time to be an African in terms of the opportunities, the headroom we have to leave a legacy. So let's go, everyone.
Good.
Thank you.
It's a good time to be an African. So thank you so much for watching this latest episode. I'll see you in the next one.